This is the Negro Ninja, and today I'm going to elaborate on some previous points, maybe from real old videos, okay? And I'm going to talk about being bold, okay? And I'm not saying that you should not be bold, okay? That's naturally my personality, okay? But I am just fishing to give you a warning of what is, going to happen if you are bold and you are not amongst allies. So, essentially being in the wrong environment and being bold basically makes you a target. Okay, one of the definitions of the word bold is of a color or design having a strong or vivid appearance. You stand out like a sore thumb. Okay, lots of my complaints is about dusty niggas and stuff. And when you clean, they looking you up and down. Why this nigga so clean? Okay, and we all know that looks are everything. Okay, meaning, I'm not saying that, oh, you got to be all handsome. Okay, I'm just saying look like you got some sense, well kept or whatever is what I'm illustrating. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So this type of stuff make a huge deal. So when you look dignified, okay, that's going to cause many issues. Okay, you just can't be righteous because that disrupts the wicked environment. Okay, so they got a target on you. That's just what they do. Okay, and especially if you're great at what you do or whatever. So the first thing people do when they notice greatness is to try to hinder it. Check out my videos about how people try to bind you. Okay, they're just some haters. Okay, instead of giving you props, they giving you a hard time. Okay, now I have always talked about how boldness really doesn't it unless you find decent women, it's not going to really work to your effect because most of these hoes are full of crap. Okay, it's in their nature to just try to do a keto throw on you. They just see you coming. Like for instance, if you're in a situation to where a hoe should give you the pussy, okay, one of the first things they're gonna do is think this nigga trying to give me the, she gonna think of ways to curve you. That's just what they do. Okay, that's why you got to slither your way in. I'm not saying you should do it. Okay, but they have been trained. Okay, to respond a certain way to boldness. Okay, it's kind of funny because I was making a complaint on a recent video, and somebody said that's how you know that we in a demonic simulation. I'm like, that right there just proves it. I'm like, how ironic that this dude say this at this particular time. So I had to just, matter of fact, let me see who said this. Hold up, let me see if I can find the person that said it. Okay, JD, I don't know how to say the last one. Fryad says you're spot on. This is proof that we're living in a hellish simulation programmed by demons. Now, if that's not a fact, I don't know what is. So he said that on this video. Society harasses those that don't want to be in their group. Okay, so this automatically ties into that. One problem, okay, ties into another problem. It's all the same. A problem is just attacks from the enemy. Okay, so continuing, you standing out, that's basically what you're finna get if you're not in that right environment. Okay, as for what this right environment is, okay, that's easier said than found at the moment. Okay, and that's just what people naturally do. Okay, women know how to protect themselves very well. Okay, and if these are worldly women, they just do that naturally. They program to give boldness a hard time. I'm finna read a scripture, this popular scripture that I always read. Or at least it's popular in my videos. Hold on. All right. Proverbs 28:1. This is the King James Version. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. You can't talk truth around nobody. Is he talking about me? That's how you know they wicked. You can't. If you just think about this, if you complaining about somebody that wronged you, and you're not even giving out a name, okay, you just talking about certain types of people. Why would people around you have a problem with that? There is no way that you can make sense out of that other than that you're talking around your enemies. It's just that simple. Once again, here's the basic example. That's like me complaining about rainbow zombies and one of y'all having a problem with it. Okay, like somebody was like, hey man, no more rainbow zombie talk for at least a week. I'm like, he already told on himself. Okay, use a rainbow zombie. Okay, it should not bother you. Okay, because that should be something that harasses you as well. So apparently you one of them niggas if you don't have them issues with them harassing you niggas. It's that simple. People telling themselves, pay attention. Okay, pay attention. Let's look at the word conflict. That's a conflict of interest. Hold up. All right. You're just not compatible with these people. You want to go in on these niggas and they don't want you to go in on them. Okay, because once again, when you're straight, okay, you're the opposite of gay. Okay, so it's only natural for you to, hate these individuals. So that's a conflict of interest that a nigga will tell you whatever the heck that nigga just said. And you can't tell me that you straight after saying that. All right, so anyway, continuing. Being bold, that's just what happens. You stand out, okay? Having a strong or vivid appearance. You look good, they're gonna be looking. Like especially if you're the type of person that women take notice of, okay? Like in my case, okay, like I'm saying, like if I'm walking outside and if a chick is walking with a dude, they have to hold that nigga's hand so he don't get insecure. Okay. Before I hit the corner, the dude already Negro presence. I'm like, dang, I just hit the corner. He's zeroed in on my position and presence. That's insane. I'm like, are y'all even? Is that even your girlfriend? Like and people are already going to work. Okay, they already going to work when they know that you're there. You're bold. You stand out. Okay, if this applies to you. Okay, and people trying to talk that type of junk. You should approach women. Okay, once again, these are just people trying to put you into a bad position. Okay, if the dating game is designed for snakes, what good is boldness gonna do? Okay, and if you do come to her, you have to. That's how you got to do it. Okay, and that's not technically bold. That's not lion like. Okay, going towards the simps. I made a video a long time ago comparing simps to the snake in the Garden of the Eden. Okay, trying to slither your way in. Okay, is very degrading. Okay, why would you do that? Why would you kneel before a whore when you should be kneeling before the Most High? It don't make sense. Okay, who cares if you get up in there at the cost of your dignity? It's just not worth it. Because once again, the way you get a check, okay, also represents which gates you're trying to get into as well. You trying to get into hell or you trying to get into heaven? Once again, if it requires stupid stuff before you get access, you're going to hell. I'm going to tell you that right now. But if you can get into that gate while being, like what I am, bold or whatever, then you're going to heaven. Okay. Because if it takes bad things to keep a check, okay, you tying yourself down. If it takes good things to get a check, you elevating yourself. It's just that simple. And if it takes good things to get hurt, you're not even gonna have to approach. But a lot of people watch my videos that's not on my level. Okay. And they can't comprehend the mind of the strong. And, a lot of people want to watch stuff and they want to try to group people in with them, like what I be saying about that Biden stuff, and they can't do it. So they just, short circuit and try to say, you're delusional. No, nigga, you delusional. You need to go and watch some videos that speak to you. I'm not speaking to you. Okay, you are lame. All right, so continuing. Okay, I think it's some more scriptures I want to read. Hold on. And you already know this ain't necessarily just about holes. It's just about stuff in general. You going somewhere, okay, and you have this goal. You're trying to go and do something and accomplish a goal. Your competition sees you and they're already thinking of ways to sabotage you. People will band together. Competition will team up with one another just to stop the best one. Okay, trust me, I know. That's why I'm always talking about these haters. I'm like, can a nigga get a break? It's like I was saying in the last video. You know, based off of my experience. Okay, some people will give me credit where it's due, but for the most part, I'm like, why do they always tell me what I should be doing? And once again, that's a backhanded compliment. Oh man, you're really good at this. You should be making money doing this. Or if they say you should be doing this, they're telling you that because they got the backhand ready. They planned this. That's why they feel comfortable saying you good, but you be doing this with it. Why not just give you a straight compliment like they give everybody else for being awesome? You that good, you not making money with it, but if they're seeing somebody else do something, They go over there and say you're awesome. And they'll build them up, and they may even give this nigga an opportunity to do something that requires those skills. I've seen people roll up on somebody and say you draw good. Now don't draw as well as I do, and just get that nigga a job. Hey, draw this for me. I pay you. They'll see me. You must be making a lot of money doing this. That they ain't offering me, no job. They're not offering me an assignment. Okay, so continuing. So continuing. Okay, when people recognize you, they're already going to work. Okay, like you going at, like I said, competition will side with one another just to stop you. Okay, you standing out, you better than them. They all on your ASS. Lots of examples I gave. Let me give you a good example about work. You going in there, you standing out. They figuring, you could move up. They looking at you, knowing that you could maybe be a supervisor or higher if everything goes well for you. So they already thinking about ways to sabotage you. I heard there was this saying, and I heard this when people describe some of the 48 laws of powers, and it's real sociopathic. And I forgot who they quoted, but this dude said that when he shakes somebody's hands, he already thought about 12 different ways to kill them. This is how these people think. And a lot of people love the 48 laws of power. Everybody telling you you should read it. I'm like, why everybody always telling me to read the 48 laws of power? They suggest that more than the art of war. That's how you know it's the devil. Okay, and one of the first things people do when they see that you's a standout guy is that they go behind your back. They snakes. Okay, so they already slithering and getting into people's ear. I'm trying to find a scripture that say this. Hold up. Oh, okay. I just found a new scripture that actually adds to this. Okay, I just rolled up on it. 2 Corinthians 12:20. I think this fits perfectly, but this ain't the one I'm really trying to get you to see. All right, so for I am afraid that when I come, I may not find you as I want you to be, and you may not find me as you want me to be. I fear that there may be discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, slander, gossip, arrogance, and disorder. All right, I rest my case. Okay, and once again, these people see you. So they're not just watching you, they watch you and they watch prospects. Okay, they're scared. Okay, and it's a spiritual war. He got so many tools. Let me try to mess up the resources. The resources could, just be anything. It could be food over there. It could be people, which is what they really try to mess up the most with the resource, because people is how you get more resources. So everybody that matters, they all in their ear talking about you. You don't know what people are saying behind your back. Okay, and I made a video a while back saying that when people are not talking to you, they're talking about you, and I can prove this in a few minutes. Okay, like I can give you a couple of examples. Like when I was at the gym, these dudes that I said always was talking to me and want to hit the bads with me. They was talking about me too. Okay, they see all the holes on my nuts, and they just gossiping. I can just tell that's what they did, because when I was around them, I'm like, they talk about people a lot. Okay, and every time I look up, I see them niggas looking at me. So they just walking around to see who the hoes look at, and just then sit up there bragging about, you should go up there and talk to her. Like the girls are comfortable with me. I said, nigga, what type of nigga brags about being in the friend zone? I said, I'm not finna say none of these hoes. They don't want to say nothing to me. Once again, it's always an argument about you should approach her, bitch. And notice how it's always coming from niggas that's not at my level. And he does talk to a lot of girls in the gym. Okay, but they don't put on no show for him. So what would you rather do? Okay, would you rather a whore give you a show, or would you rather a whore give you a conversation? Okay, I'm really pausing this to get you to ponder about that. Okay, and half the times the women themselves would rather give you the show than talk. Okay, that's a better position, because they know that they know what time it is. So them niggas were so jealous they couldn't even see straight. Okay, and that just goes to what I'm saying about this right here. The snake tried to just slither. So at them jobs, they talking about you. Okay, like at that one warehouse job full of hoes. Okay, and this also gives more insight. Okay, because hoes want to do stuff, but you don't know who's in their ear. Okay, so I'm over here minding my own Negro business. I'm sitting at the table as usual. Everybody always talking like, oh, the Negro Ninja got women over there feeding him, and they was feeding me a lot at that job. They'll sit at the table. It's not uncommon to where chicks will just sit at the table just because I'm there. I remember I was at with the little 19-year-old. Okay, and I was sitting at one of those circle tables, that stand up like that, and then they had the benches, about 3 or 4 rows. All the women in that cafeteria was on the bench that lined up with me, and I was like, I know I'm not tripping. Why they ain't scattered out? They was all sitting over there, so it was crazy. Like, the attention was insane, right? Okay. And people notice this type of stuff. Once again, that's bold. Okay. Once again, I'm going to read this second definition real quick. Having a strong or vivid appearance. You just see this, they'll be like, you got the juice, man. Okay. And I'm going to get into all that type of stuff in another video. Okay. Of why people be telling, recognizing stuff. So anyway, and then, it'll be chicks just talking to me. They'll come over there. Here, you want some food? Like, y'all feed niggas a lot up in this mug. So people taking notice of it. Okay, so one of the cool people just said, hey, bro, let me talk to you for a second. Okay, and it's always somebody looking at you and watching you. Okay, and he basically told me what somebody was telling people about me. He said, hey, come here, man, let me tell you something. This nigga over here telling people that you're gay. I said, hold up, what? Yeah, man, he said, that's why you keep talking to them girls, and that's why them girls talk to you. They said you're gay. I said, this mother effer here. He said, I just had to run that by you because I know that's just stupid, bro. But he just over there telling people that type of stuff. Okay. I said, you telling me this nigga with piercings here, 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 is walking around trying to say that somebody's gay. I said, what type of nigga want to be penetrated? Okay. All the piercings. Then he got tattoos. Okay. If that's not suspect, I don't know what it is. But you see how the serpent was just they was just everywhere. All over the place hating on me because I got on them hoes on me. Okay. And the funny thing is, he's doing what that dude at the gym does as well. They probably was saying some junk like that too. They'll, man, you got to get women comfortable. You just got to talk to them. He be talking to chicks too. Okay, like I said, trying to, he put himself in a bad position to where he's tagging along with this one particular chick that really talks to me. This chick that he was talking to was the one that got mad and slung keys in the hoe's face when that chick said, oh yeah, you know, he was checking me out too, and he said this, that, and this. I'm like, dang, that kind of threw salt on my game. Now she mad. This chick used to clap her ass cheeks for me, bro. Okay, we'd be in the hallway. I'm like, make him jump for me. Clap, clap. She would do that type of stuff. He can't even see straight. That's how jealous he is. But that just goes to show you, you don't know what people are saying behind your back. Okay. And as for this approaching thing, okay, you don't even know why the chicks ain't approaching you. You don't know what niggas been saying behind your back. Like, it's crazy out here. Being bold is something serious. Okay. Okay. I can do a whole series on this bold stuff. You just stand out. Okay. You stand out, and people don't have any good intentions for you unless you're in the correct settings. It's a hassle. It's a headache. But once again, that's not going to stop me from being the Negro Ninja. Okay. And it's not stopping them from being a bitch ass nigga. Okay. But that was the first time somebody actually told me what somebody has been saying behind my back, though. Okay. But you got to watch niggas that's always watching you. They up to no good. There's no telling what they're doing. All right. Like, you know what? I might just have to say that in the next video. But these people are crazy when you bold. When you stand out, it's insane. Okay, so they see you and they already thinking of ways to sabotage. They're thinking of ways to hide stuff from you, too. Okay. And they also try to hide you from other people by just flat out trying to slander you like that. All right. I guess I'm gonna just make this a 20-minute vid because I got more to say about this topic. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.